any time with like or any contact with Pedro Pascal while he was filming it?
We were up in Waterton, which is still on the Canadian border, just north of the Dakotas, and it's this beautiful wildlife preserve. And they had to scale down their entire production, which I think was 1,000 people, including cast and crew, and they had to pare it down to a third of that to get them into this national wildlife preserve. One of my biggest scenes in the episode of The Last of Us was cut. David takes me outside and he and I have this big confrontation. And I was like, what are you doing? You're playing with this girl. Get rid of her. Let's focus at the task at hand. And I read David, the riot act. And I look at him and I'm like, David, what are we going to do? These people are starving to death. And Scott Shepherd just kind of looked at me, looked past my shoulder, and he goes, well, we can eat them. And I looked over and this wild herd of elk had just like wandered onto our set. And it's a national wildlife preserve, so you can't do anything about it. And they're like, that's lunch. The first time that I met Pedro, we were up in there and we're having dinner. My back is to the window and Pedro walks past and he stops and he's like, oh, hi. He waves and he's like, oh, I'll come in. So he comes around. He's wiping snow off of his jacket and everything. And he says hi to, I think Craig was in there. And he looks at me and we kind of do like the Spider-Man meme. We're pointing at each other and like, what do we do? Come here, dude. And so I just grabbed him and I gave him a hug and I took him and I just looked at him and I said, man, I have so many questions for you. And he looked at me and he goes, I have none for you.
What? No way. He's joking
And
though,
I was
right?
like, oh, you and I are going to be great friends. He's been incredibly kind. He's been the main thing that I care about. More than being kind to me or for me, he's been kind to Joel. And that's all that I wanted, was someone to be precious with that character. I never wanted to be the only one who played that role. If we created a character that can only be played by one person, kind of a flat character. If we can create a character that can be played by multiple people, now we've got something good.